Hello, good evening Tribuners. Welcome back with me Mutiara in Indonesian News of Tribun Lampung. We will present you an updating and interesting information from every place in Indonesia. And here the complete news. The first news is a murder case in the city of Makassar due to a love story. The head of the Makassar City Civil Service Police Unit, Iqbal Asnan, was the mastermind behind the murder of the transportation service employee Najamuddin Sewang. His role was conveyed by the head of the Makassar City Resort Police Grand Commissioner Budi Haryanto, when realizing the case at his office on Ahmad Yani Street on Saturday, 16 April 2022 night. Iqbal Asnan is said to be the mastermind behind the 3 April premeditated murder. Meanwhile, 3 other men with the initials AKM, A, and S are said to have acted as executors, monitors, or drafters at the location. Budi Haryanto said that there is a mastermind of the perpetrators. There are those who plan to continue until the executor, while the brains of the perpetrators are Makassar City officials. The motive of romance is also said to be behind the murder of Makassar Transportation Service employee Najamuddin Sewang. According to him, Iqbal Asnan and the late Najamuddin Sewang were involved in a love triangle with a woman. On the basis, he also confirmed that the shooting case was not an act of terror. The next news is a bus from Makassar was involved in an accident on the Trans Sulawesi Road. A bus from Makassar to Manado was involved in a traffic accident on the Trans Sulawesi Road precisely between Maruasey Village and Munte, South Minahasa Regency, North Sulawesi Province on Saturday, 16 April 2022. The accident is estimated to have occurred on Saturday morning at 5:30 a.m. This bus is moving from Makassar to Manado, driven by a driver named Safri. The bus could not be controlled because the engine died while on a winding incline. The driver is currently being treated at the hospital with minor injuries. It was informed that there were no fatalities. At the time of the incident, only the driver and the conductor on the bus were loading the goods. The passengers have disembarked in Gorontalo. The next news is 7 people died in a fire in the city of Samarinda. A total of 7 people died in this fire that occurred on AW Syahranie Street, Gunung Kelua Village, Samarinda Ulu District, Samarinda City, East Kalimantan. According to information obtained by tribunkaltim.co, the victims who died in the fire were thought to have died from inhaling too much carbon monoxide gas or smoke on Sunday, April 17, 2022 in the morning. This was started by Dedi Setiawan, a member of the Indonesian Red Cross Samarinda who helped evacuate the victims from the basic food shop. He explained that one person was found unconscious on the stair leading to the second floor. Meanwhile, 7 other people were found unconscious on the second floor. Meanwhile, head of the Samarinda City Fire and Rescue Service, Hendra Aha, explained that from an inspection by his team, it was known that the building did not have an emergency exit. Even the air ventilation looks minimal, so when the victims tried to find a way out, they inhaled a load of smoke. The next news is fatal accident on track transporting people causing 18 people to die. The fatal truck accident that occurred in Minahasa District, Arfak Mountains Regency, West Papua on Wednesday, April 13, 2022, resulted in the death of 18 people, one of whom was a toddler. The West Papua Regional Police Traffic Directorate, together with the Manokwari Resort Police Traffic Unit, held a fatal accident reconstruction in Minahasa District, Arfak Mountains Regency, West Papua on Saturday, 16 April 2022. The reconstruction was carried out for 4 hours by combining the initial location of the vehicle carrying 34 people passing by. The sweeping continued until the accidental driver stepped on the brakes about 500 meters before the incident that killed 18 people at kilometer 10. The Directorate of Traffic for the West Papua Police Grand Commissioner Raidian Kakrosono said that the reconstruction process used traffic accident analysis. Furthermore, his party is still processing the result of the TAA from the location of the incident. Later, 1 or 2 days later, we will be able to get the result and releases related to this TAA. He said the ditch near the cliff had dried blood spots from the ill-fated mining workers. In addition, there are also adult says flip-flops and flip-flops allegedly belonging to a child who also died in the unfortunate incident. He explained that trucks should not be loaded to carry as many as 34 people. Moreover, apart from humans, the truck also transport goods in the form of wood and iron as well as motorcycles. Moreover, it is influenced by the situation and condition of the route, which is downhill and very steep. The next news is Sahur Festival in Kuala Tungkal. After a long wait, finally the Astrakan Sahur Festival in Kuala Tungkal, West Tanjung Jabung Regency is finally held. Jambi Deputy Governor Abdullah Sani and Deputy Region of West Tanjab Hairan opened the Astrakan Sahur Festival on Saturday, 16 April 2022 night. The opening activity was held at 10 o'clock p.m. at the Kuala Tungkal Square. The square was filled with enthusiastic residents who wanted to see the Astrakan Sahur Festival because it had been missed for a long time. During the opening ceremony, Mulyadi, who is in charge of the head of the West Tanjab Youth and Sports Tourism Office, explained that the Astrakan Sahur Festival has been running for about 20 years. However, the last 2 years, the Astrakan Sahur Festival was not held due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The Astrakan Sahur Festival will be held twice in the month of Ramadan, namely the 16th of Ramadan and the 23rd of April 2022. There were 10 participants who took part in the Astrakan Sahur Festival, consisting of delegates from the mosques, yacht, and community groups. The Astrakan Sahur Festival, said Mulyadi, is intended to increase community participation and community empowerment through tourism potential and local wisdom. The next news is the implementation of Easter night at the Church of Nunukan. Holy Saturday Mass or Easter Vigil at the Church of St. Gabriel Nunukan begins with a candlelight procession into the church and is placed near the altar on Saturday, the 16th April 2022 in the evening. Before the Easter Eve celebration began, the church lights were completely turned off so that the atmosphere became pitch black. Meanwhile, a large and white Easter candle was lit and blessed by the priest or priests who led the celebration of the Mass. After being blessed, the candle is paraded into the church and then placed next to the pulpit. The Easter candle became the center of attention when all parishioners and priests celebrated the ceremony of light in the dark. The candle is then lit into small candles held by each of the people present. Father Mario, who led the Easter Vigil Mass at St. Gabriel Nunukan Church, explained that the Easter candle became a symbol of illumination, which means that Christ has risen from the dead. The last news is Islamic boarding school for prisoners in detention houses. The holy month of Ramadan is a momentum for Muslims to draw closer to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala by increasing worship activities. Many Ramadan activities are found in the midst of the community. Moreover, this year the government allows all worship activities to be carried out in congregation at the mosque. However, it turns out that the atmosphere of the holy month of Ramadan is also thickly felt in the second class A penitentiary in Karawang, because in it there is a boarding school for prisoners to study Islam. The presence of the Nurul Iman Islamic boarding school in Karawang prison, which was inaugurated on Saturday, October 22nd, 2021, made the dark and sinister impression that the prison bars instantly disappear. Based on wartakotalife.com's monitoring, all the students who are inmates are being solemnly listening to the teacher's tausiah. They look serious listening to the lecture and occasionally throw a number of questions. After hearing the tausiah, the students immediately took their respective position by lining up to learn to read the Quran and Iqra. However, it looks like a strong spirit to read the Al-Quran and Iqra. Well, I think that's all the news for today with me, Mutiara. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.